Okay, guys, so today we're gonna be watching scary videos. What is this? Bro, we're not just getting an ad right now for merch. Make sure to get your blankets, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. The Walmart demon. Okay, the Walmart demon.
Nights at Walmart are never the same as the last. Sometimes, my shift is so slow and boring that I'm struggling to stay awake. Other nights, it's a non-stop barrage of helpless customers, loiterers, shoplifters, and crackheads. The only thing that makes it any easier are my coworkers. Not long ago, an especially good friend of mine still worked here. Josie was the best part of any shift. Night by night, we were slowly becoming more than friends. Of course, that meant our managers made sure we rarely ever saw each other. The way they'd put us at opposite ends of the store, I guess they didn't want two of their best employees to accidentally find happiness together. But that's beside the point. One night, Josie and I were working the same shift, but as usual, not together. I had to help man the self-checkout area, and Josie was holding down the clothing department by herself. It was late. Enough for a bit of excitement to start building up in my stomach. Not only would I be home in a couple of...
Wait a minute. Building up excitement in your stomach just because you saw her? That's creepy.
Hours, but the fitting rooms were closing any minute, which meant Josie might be free to come help near checkout as the last of the customers left the store. However, I momentarily forgot where I worked. Walmart.
Excuse me, we just need to get what is wrong with bro's face? What is that face? Sorry guys, sorry.
A place in which even a fleeting moment of joy is easily destroyed. I had just finished checking someone's receipt, making sure they correctly scanned in their 8 cases of diet soda, when I waved them on and looked toward the entrance to see an unsavory sight. A large, sweaty, shirtless man was clobbering his way.
Excuse me, can you put a shirt on or something? I don't want to see that when I'm in the grocery store. What is this? Look at your face. Look at your body, bro. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I need to continue into the video.
To the store, he didn't actually run into anybody, but he looked like he was either on something or off his rocker completely. Still, I had to step away from my station and tell him something important. Sir, stop. You can't be in here half naked. You have to put a shirt on. I'm going to buy a shirt right now, dumbass. Mind your business. I didn't feel there was much of a choice for me but to let him slide.
You can't walk in here half naked, it's crazy.
So I didn't want any trouble. Reluctantly, I returned to the self-checkout area, trying to focus on the people there. I was at work. I didn't need to be a hero or...
Wait a minute, guys. Let's turn off the lights. No, I'm keeping it on. No, I'm keeping it on. Now I'm scared. Why did I turn them off like that? Okay, there's a room right there. And it's scary. Look at how dark. You can see in my camera. Look. Holy, bro. Sorry, guys. Let's continue into the video.
Anything. I just had to do what I was supposed to do and let the people in the clothing department handle that guy. A few seconds too late, it hit me. Josie was running the clothing department alone. And right as I had the realization, I heard Josie scream. I immediately made a break for it, running as fast as I could. I got to the clothing department seconds later, but I didn't get there in time. I didn't save Josie. All I managed to do was to get there just to be able to watch as that freak. He had this giant red knife in his hand from God knows where. He grabbed Josie and stabbed her. I saw the life drain from her eyes as she collapsed. The man fell on top of her, pulling the knife out just to take it into both hands and plunge it straight down, right through the center of her neck.
Wait a minute. Did bro just have a knife? No.
I thought I must be having a nightmare, a hallucination, something. It couldn't be real.
Okay, guys, we're back. I need YouTube Premium. I don't like ads in the middle of the videos.
Be real. It all happened in 5 or 6 seconds. And just like that, Joseph was dead. Even if I hadn't been frozen in shock, I couldn't have stopped him. No one could have. That man was a monster. And then he craned his neck back to look at me. His face and mouth soaked in Joseph's blood. His eyes full of such pure evil. They couldn't have been human. But why? She wouldn't stop following me. Now why can't you just leave me alone? The man started coming towards me. I wanted to stand there and fight him or die and join Josie, but I was too afraid. My instincts took over and I ran like a coward. I could barely breathe through the tears, and somehow that man was way faster than he should have been. A few more seconds, and he might have caught up and granted my wish. But at the last second, I realized I was running straight for a bunch of cops. I panicked and ducked, tripping over myself and sliding across the floor. The next instant, I heard a gunshot. A bullet flew right over my head. It made my ears ring, but when I could hear again, I heard the clicking of what I realized was a taser. I looked back and saw the man collapsed and rigid on the floor not far from me, as the electricity coursed through his body. Too little, too late for some, but it was enough to help the cops arrest him and put a stop to the madness. Later, we found out the man had stolen a knife from the nearby Walgreens. The cops showed up so early because they were already looking for him, but they didn't expect the theft to turn into what it did. According to the police, the man said he killed Josie because he thought she was some sort of demon, something that had been stalking him for weeks, tormenting him. I knew it had to be madness. No sane individual would mistake Josie for a demon. No decent person would ever take her away from this world, away from me. A Walmart employee in Arkansas was taken out by a man who allegedly told authorities
we're gonna go to the next scary video.
Around 10:58 p.m., officers were dispatched to.
Okay, guys, so we're back into the next scary video. Let's go.
She was recording herself playing, but what happened was terrifying. The following video was posted by a woman on her Instagram account. She says that she found this terrifying footage on her little sister's camera after her younger sister told her that she had seen something frightening in her room while she was playing and recording herself. The woman decided to review the footage captured by her sister's camera, but what she saw was extremely disturbing. Let's watch the recording.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Skibbity toilet collection that I just got today. We went to a store and they had all of these things.
Wait a minute, guys. First of all, let's rewind that right there. Who saw that? Who saw that? Who saw that? Look at this, bro. That's the cursest ever Skibbity toilet I ever saw. Okay, guys, let's go back into the video, I guess.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Skibbity toilet collection that I just got today. We went to a toy store and they had all of these things like this cameraman, these tiny little action figures, this 50 toilet, and those ones. And then we actually found these Skibbity toilet shoes with a Skibbity toilet on them, and I'm going to wear it to school tomorrow. A lot of kids at my school like Skibbity toilet.
4 times speed, okay?
So my friend the other day, and we went on a walk, and we also got ice cream that day, and I'm having a lot of fun.
That rain sounding the theme. What is she looking at? What the? That was it right there.
At first, everything seemed completely normal. Then, suddenly, the little girl stopped talking and began staring upward. She looked absolutely terrified, as if she had seen something frightening. Moments later, she ran out of the room crying in fear. But what is even more disturbing is the dark, semi-transparent figure that appeared, moving across the room at incredible speed, immediately after the girl fled. The owner of the video believes that the dark figure that appeared was the same thing her little sister had seen. She also adds that ever since that day, her sister has refused to sleep in her room. So, what is your explanation for appeared in this footage? A woman named Janet moved into a new house in March 2025, but she had no idea that she was about to experience some of the most terrifying events of her life. At first, she was filming all the moments of moving into her new home, but one day, while she was recording herself doing exercises inside the house, something extremely frightening suddenly happened. Let's watch the footage.
Music we played due to copyright. That's what she's doing, bro.
Please get out of my apartment. Please get me out of my apartment.
Suddenly, a strange man appeared, seemingly having sneaked into her home. Janet immediately ran away and called the police, but they were unable to find the man. However, something strange had happened. While Janet was running away, the door in front of her suddenly opened by itself.
Oh
She
yeah,
didn't
dude, I
notice it at the
noticed
time,
that.
but many people who watched the video pointed it out.
Okay, update. I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no fucking idea what happened. All I know is whatever happened, I'm grateful to whatever opened this door, because if this didn't open, I don't know, some things probably would have happened.
A few days later, something even more terrifying happened. One night, while Janet was recording a video with her cat, something truly horrifying occurred. Let's watch the footage.
What? She's pepper seed? Yeah, she's so lucky. I didn't notice that. Somebody's fat grandpa just sat on that thing.
This time, the intruder in the house was not a real person. It was something else. As Janet ran into her bedroom, part of her bed suddenly began to sink down, as if someone was standing on it. Terrified, Janet immediately fled the house.
Guys, you can see it right there. Look. Look, guys. Look. Right here, bro. Somebody's standing on that thing, bro. Scary.
Once again, she called the police. They searched the entire house but found no one. Janet spent the whole night at her neighbor's home and was unable to return to her house. But a few days later, she returned to the house with her friend, and this is what happened.
It was right there between the green table and the bed. Because no. Tell me how I saw something.
Janet believes that the house is haunted, and many people have advised her to leave it as soon as possible. What do you think?
Yeah. Go out that front door. Leave the house. Get another house. Go with your family or something. Get another house. Go with your family or something. Or stay on the streets. I don't know. I guess.
This may be one of the strangest and most mysterious things captured recently. In April 2024, a massive wildfire broke out in an area of Chile, and Chile's official news television channel was broadcasting the event live. However, many viewers watching the live broadcast noticed the appearance of something strange that was difficult to explain. Let's watch the footage.
Y nos vamos a otro sector de Viña del Mar, a la zona de la Quinta Vergara, cerca
Wait,
de
I see it.
Viña del Mar, a la zona...
Look. Somebody's standing right there.
de la Quinta Vergara, cerca de la Quinta Vergara. Y esas son imágenes y Catalina Leiva está en el lugar porque esa es la visión que se tiene desde el punto en donde tú te encuentras, Catalina, que es exactamente dónde. Buenas noches.
Ramón, exactamente estamos dentro de la Quinta Vergara, estamos dentro de los jardines de la Quinta Vergara
Leiva está en el lugar porque esa es la visión que se tiene desde el punto en donde tú te encuentras, Catalina, que es exactamente dónde. Buenas noches.
Ramón, exactamente estamos dentro de la Quinta Vergara, estamos dentro de los jardines de la Quinta Vergara con la Quinta Vergara. Es realmente impresionante cómo el fuego ha avanzado a tal punto desde la parte más alta de Viña del Mar. Imagínense ustedes desde la toma Felipe de Camiroaga hasta llegar acá casi al centro de Viña del Mar. Nosotros estamos al lado.
What she's saying, but all I know is there's somebody right there on the news in that fire. Firefighters go up to them, pick them
During
up,
the live broadcast,
get
a
them
black,
out of the
semi-transparent
fire.
figure resembling a human suddenly appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the fire. It then gradually faded away and disappeared as if it had never been there. What makes it even stranger is that the figure was enormous, standing taller than the surrounding trees. Even more puzzling, it remained standing in the middle of the flames without being affected by the fire. The footage is 100% real because it was captured during a live television broadcast. To this day, no logical explanation has been found for what appeared in the video. If you have an explanation for what was seen, share it with us in the comments. Recently, on March 17th, 2025, a girl posted a terrifying video that went insanely viral, reaching more than 7 million views in a short time. In the footage, the girl appears with a large group of friends who were on a trip in the mountains and forests of the Philippines. At around 5 a.m., the two girls stopped for a long time to take some photos and fell behind the rest of the group. But when they finished taking pictures and were running to catch up with their friends, something terrifying suddenly happened.
Naliligaw mga guys! Naliligaw! Wala ni mga kasunod!
Pero yung mga kasama namin, kailangan namin silang habulin. Kasi maliligaw kami. Gagi, malayo na sila. Wala na.
They're gone.
As the two girls were running, there was a strange black figure directly behind them, and it appeared to be chasing them for quite some time. After that, it disappeared and was no longer visible. When the footage is viewed more clearly, the figure appears completely black, semi-transparent, and without any visible features.
Naliligaw mga guys! Naliligaw! Wala ni mga kasama. Pero yung mga kasama namin, kailangan namin silang habulin. Kasi maliligaw kami.
The girl says that she and her friend were completely alone at that moment. She also says that she did not notice the figure until she watched the video later, and they have no idea who or what that thing could have been. So, what do you think? Was it a person chasing them, or was it something else? She was calling her dog. Then something terrifying happened. In the following video, a woman began filming her dog after it refused to come back inside the house. It remained frozen in place, staring toward the opposite side, and refused even to look at its owner, who kept calling it repeatedly. This happened late at night. Let's watch the footage.
Nigel, what are you doing? Nigel.
Editor, thank you for putting that circle right there. What is that? What is that? What is that?
It seems the dog was frozen in place with fear, staring at something in the yard. As the woman moved closer, she suddenly jumped back in terror when she saw two frightening glowing eyes staring directly at her. Unfortunately, the recording cuts off here without mentioning what happened to the woman afterward. However, the dog's reaction remains unsettling. It is clear that whatever appeared was not a human, and it was terrifying enough to make the dog freeze in place without the slightest movement. What do you think?
Guys, I can't keep doing this anymore. It's too scary. Make sure to like and subscribe. There's a monster in my house. Bye.
Koji, Kojo, Yuji, Sukuna.
解散解散領域展開 I'll just kill you